Today's Sunshine Note is titled, Beware the Birds. Listen, a farmer went out to sow his seeds. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came up and ate it. Mark 4, verses 3 and 4. There wasn't a single scrap of food left when we returned to our campsite. Only wrappers, cartons, bags, and trash scattered across the ground. The robbers lurked above us, mocking with their chatter. Greg and I were enjoying a 4-day camping trip in Mount Rainier National Park. Our quaint campsite nestled in a little clearing on the banks of the icy river. That summer afternoon, when we returned to our campsite after a long hike, starving and ready for dinner, we discovered that those clever crows had robbed us blind. They opened our Rubbermaid bins with the pliers they have for beaks and devoured every single edible thing we had. Even the seasoning packet in the ramen noodles had been eaten through. It was already getting dark, but we made the hour-long trip down the mountain to the nearest convenience store and assembled some food items from their understocked shelves for the rest of our trip. We felt so stupid and so hungry. For the next few days, we'd been outsmarted by birds. I always think of those pesky thieving crows when I read Jesus' parable of the sower, because I am certain the crows' distant cousins appear in the story. In the parable, a farmer scatters seed that meets 4 different ends, all symbolic of God's word landing on different types of hearts. The first seed falls on the path, and the birds snatch them up to eat. Those birds represent Satan, who immediately snatches God's word, the seed, and leaves the heart empty and probably starving too. The seeds that fall on rocky ground, that spring up but die immediately, represent people who hear the word but don't have strong enough faith roots to last when the trials of life come. We can probably all see ourselves in the seed that falls among thorns and gets choked to death. For this is the word getting choked out of a person's heart because of worries, the pull of money and desires for other things. At last, some seed falls on good ground and produces a large crop, which is like the heart that accepts the word and shares it with others. What is the state of the soil in your heart today? Are there paths wide open to Satan? Are trials making our faith in Jesus wither away? Are worries or other things crowding Jesus right out of your life? Or is His word growing in you and producing a plentiful harvest? May God bless you today.